Hello, gamers! Welcome to part 2 of the Secret Societies of Glantrian, the 7 Secret Crafts. Okay, so in part 1, we kind of went into why Glantrian exists and kind of some of the background of Glantrian, but now for part 2, it's like, okay, so what's the deal with the secret crafts? Why have those, and what does it mean that they're secret? Well, they're kind of open secrets. So yesterday we discussed the secret of the Radiance, but not too loudly because we don't want to disappear, right? Because we know that the Glantrian government makes people disappear if they start talking too loudly about that Radiance conspiracy theory. Because anybody who believes in the Radiance is just a conspiracy theorist, even though any person who uses magic themselves or who uses a magic item knows that the Radiance is there. So, but we covered that yesterday. So the government of Glantrian, in order to distract people, because we know governments don't do that, right? I mean, that's totally fantasy for our favorite game, right? Governments would never put things out there for the purposes of distracting people from bigger things. So, there are 7 secret crafts in Mystara, and the secret crafts are forms of magic that go all the way back to the first or second age of the world of Mystara, and they involve pacts that were made or alliances or relationships forged between like the first few generations of magic users period in the whole history of the world and primordial eldritch type, creative powers of the world. So the alchemists, they have an arrangement with the forces of the planet's life itself. The necromancers, they have an arrangement with the original Mystaran death gods. The dracologists, they have an arrangement with the ancient founding dragons of Mystara, and the dream masters have a special bond with the dimension of nightmares, and so on and on. Each of these 7 secret crafts, they're a secret society, and they have headquartered themselves in Glantrian, and there's kind of a symbiotic relationship there. Because Glantrian is the great magicracy. Glantrian is the place where they're going to be the safest, where they're going to be able to proliferate, where they're going to be able to have their headquarters. And Glantrian will also provide a steady stream of young initiates, all those mages that come to the greatest magic school on the planet to learn and stuff. And so they're technically secret societies, they meet all cloaked up like in yesterday's picture, or I have this lady in a masquerade mask for the picture today. But yeah, they're secret societies, but they're not that secret. You can find out about them, you can get into them because you're supposed to. And, as a Glantrian magic user, you're supposed to get so caught up in a secret society that you forget all about the Radiance. And why wouldn't you? Because the secret societies, they have really cool powers that are not spells, and they have never really been duplicated in any other product of our favorite game in any other edition. They are just cool. So I'm going to finish kind of describing how they work in general, and then today and over the next 6 days, for a total of 7 days, the character class of the day is going to be one of the 7 secret crafts. So in order to get into a secret craft, you have to be an arcane caster of some kind. So magic user, illusionist, necromancer, sorcerer, spellcasting elf, something. So be an arcane caster of some kind. When you reach 5th level in your spellcasting class, then you're eligible for the first circle of your secret craft. Now, they're an XP sink. You're going to get abilities for this, and they need to be paid for with experience points. And so there's a trade-off here. There's a trade-off between, and when first edition was the order of the day, and we played out of this book back in the 80s, there were characters that were like, the secret crafts are cool and everything, but I'd rather level faster. And so they would level, as a magic user faster. But then there were other people, I want those secret craft abilities. And so they slowed down, and they had to put XP into these secret craft abilities. So there's a trade-off, kind of like people, I was going to say talk today about their builds and stuff in 5e, but that's I don't want to go down that rabbit hole yet. So not today. The video's getting long enough. But the point to stay on track with the secret crafts then is there are 5 circles of each secret craft. You enter the first circle at 5th level in your caster class. The second circle costs 5,000 experience points. The second circle costs 10,000 experience points. You can enter that. You're eligible to enter that at 7th level in your character class. The third circle costs 15,000 experience points. You're eligible to enter that at 10th level in your main caster class. At 15th level in your main caster class, you can enter the fourth circle for 20,000 experience points. And at 20th level in your main caster class, you can pay 25,000 experience points and you can be eligible to challenge the Grandmaster. So the thing is, the Glantrian secret crafts have always kind of reminded me of the Highlander franchise with the quickening. You know, in the end, there can be only one. Because the Grandmaster of each secret craft, they retain the essence of that particular type of magic in the cosmology of the world, the universe of Mystara. So the Great Dracologist has the essence of dragon magic residing within them. The Grand Alchemist has the secret of alchemy in their blood, literally. Or the Great Necromancer has, some, weird necrotic vortex inside them or whatever. Or the Elementalists, there's 4 branches. And so like the Grand Air Elementalist would have the essence of air elementalism inside them. And so kind of like the quickening from Highlander, the way to get that is you're going to have to challenge the Grandmaster. There can only be one, just like Highlander. Now, usually, probably 90+% of the time, the challenge is like combat to the death. I mean, that's generally how these things go. But it doesn't have to be. Technically, the challenge can be anything that both sides agree to. So if both sides agreed to it, you could have a chili cook-off. You could have a chess game. You could have a dance-off. You could have ping pong tournament, best 2 out of 3 at ping pong, whatever, whatever both sides agree to can be the contest. Although classically, usually most of the freaking time, it's going to be combat to the death, because why wouldn't it be? But whoever wins the challenge for Grandmaster, if they've paid their 25,000 experience points and their 20th level in their main character class, they become the great Grandmaster of that, and they retain the essence of that magic inside them for the entire universe, at least the universe Mystara exists in. And what does that mean? What do you get for that? Well, those are in the next videos, because we're going to break down the 7 secret crafts, because each one is different. This video was meant to kind of describe how the secret crafts work in general. And of course, you can gain, only one person can be Grandmaster at a time, but there's other social benefits than just being the Grandmaster. If you, just like any secret society would work, if you sponsor successful students, then you will rise in the society, because, you brought in good people and you've got good people, under you, kind of like, Jedi Master, Sith Master, or whatever, like, oh yes, this is the student of so-and-so. So if you bring in good people and they succeed, then that makes you rise. But of course, you don't want to bring in losers. Not only can good students and initiates, raise your standing in the society, but if you bring people into the society and they don't work out, that can lower your status as well. So, but they're a lot of fun. They allow, not only are there cool powers and abilities and stuff, but there are interesting role play things. Certain quests can come out of your mentor in a secret craft can be a quest giver, and quests can be themed around your secret crafts society's needs and stuff. So yeah, it's an interesting, flavorful thing in Glantry. We're going to start today in the next video with the Glantrian Alchemist. So, and then tomorrow, the Glantrian Dragon Master or Dracologist. And so on and on. So those are the secret crafts. We are 1 week and 1 day away from the June 2023 GEA Game Day Convention in St. Clair, Missouri. So we will be there in person with Loft Games, or if you want to play Loft Games online 7 days a week, there's links in the doodly-doo below, or just say hi to us on Discord. I just heard a beep. Somebody's saying hi to us on Discord right now. And it is Friday, June 16th, 2023, as I record this, and there are adventures in the Hollow World tonight. So ask us about that. So in the meantime, I will see you around the gaming table.